In high school, I was involved in about every club and every sport. I loved staying busy, and these activities occupied most of my time. Not only was I involved in everything, but I also went to a school where sports were big time and had a father who pushed me to the limit, which fueled my competitive spirit. Winning was everything to me, and I would do anything to get a first place trophy. Golf was one of the many sports I played. I did not start this sport until my junior year, but I started off like a rocket, beating almost everyone I competed against. Since I was only 5'2", most people were not intimidated until we actually started playing. The event I want to tell you about happened during the biggest golf match of my senior year. I was playing unbelievably well every single match, and no one could beat me. But the pressure was still on because this match was for it all, the ultimate title, and he was my competitor. I was definitely ready to play and ready to win first place. Not only did I have pressure from myself, but also from this man, my father. He always wanted me to be the very best, but often did not share this in the most loving way. I knew I had to win or I would disappoint him, which was out of the question. The match started and we were both playing great. He would hit a good shot, and I would follow with one equally as good. We were neck and neck the entire time. One thing about golf is there are a lot of rules. They can definitely help you, but they can hurt you as well. My competitor and I were playing with an identical golf ball, same brand and same number. Most of the time, our shots were not near one another, so I never checked the ball to make sure it was mine. One of the rules of golf is if you hit the wrong ball, you have to take a stroke penalty as well as go back and hit another shot. However, if you fail to mention this until the end of the round, you automatically forfeit. We were on hole 16 and I was winning by one stroke. There was no room for error at this point if I wanted to win. We both hit our tee shots. His was right down the middle and mine was near a bunch of trees. I was getting nervous that I would not be able to find it. I approached the trees and began to look for my ball. I soon found it right on the edge of the tree line and hit the best shot I could. Since I had not checked all day, I did not think to look down and make sure it was mine. I should have remembered, though, that plenty of people hit their ball near the trees and never find it. He hit his shot, and then we approached the green and proceeded to putt. That is when it happened. I noticed I hit the wrong ball. The ball on the edge of the tree line was not mine. Mine must have gone into the woods. Inside, I panicked. I did not know what to do. I knew if I told everyone I would lose the match, and I couldn't lose. My dad would be so disappointed. I would be disappointed. My mind was in a whirlwind. How could I make such a horrible mistake? I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I was scared. We walked on and finished the next hole. Somehow, even with all the emotions going through my head, I didn't miss a stroke. It was such a gorgeous day, and I should have been completely focused, but I felt so guilty. How could I do this? How could I lie? Was it worth it just to win first place and say I was the best? Going into the last hole, I was up by one. We get to the putting green and finish. I won. I beat the toughest competitor by one stroke. We shook hands and it was over. I should have been overwhelmed with joy, but instead I felt sick to my stomach. The scorecard said it all. At least that is what everyone thought. It was time for the awards banquet. Everyone was congratulating me and telling me what a good job I did. We had a nice dinner served to us, and then it was time for them to hand out the trophies. I felt like I was going to pass out. I could not hold it in any longer. The announcer was on the stage about to start talking when I stood up and told him to wait. I approached the stage and began to explain what happened. I apologized for what happened and congratulated my competitor on a job well done. I walked off the stage and it felt like 100-pound weights were lifted off my shoulders. The only other thing I could think about was what my dad would think. We walked out of the awards ceremony, and before I knew it, his arm was wrapped around me and he said, "Carly, I am so proud of you. You did the right thing." Wow, I learned a great lesson that day. Winning isn't everything, but being an honest person is something I always want to be. I will never forget that golf match and the important lesson that came with it.